Did you know that you can play all of your favorite games from your entire Steam library and other launchers such as Epic Games as well? Everything that can run on your PC can be played on your living room TV if you are on the same home network, Wi-Fi or Ethernet. I made a video about this already, but I didn't know that there is a better way to do this. In my old video I showed you how to only run your Steam games, but in this one I'm going to show you how to run both your Steam and Epic and all sorts of other games that's much easier, better and with less input lag than in my first video. I got like 20 comments saying wait until he finds out about Sunshine and Moonlight. I have an Apple TV device in my living room and this can be done with a Chromecast as well. And I've had like 1,000 comments saying that you could just run an HDMI cable. I literally have like 50 meters from my office and into my living room. Just imagine how janky a setup it would be if I had an HDMI wire running from my PC and all the way out through my kitchen here, maybe over the roof, or I don't know what people talking about when they say you can just run an HDMI. But this is my office over here. I don't know, do you want me to run an HDMI on the floor here into the monitor here, or do you want me to put it on the roof? I'm just going to show you here. Do you want me to put it all the way up there? There's no crawl space up here, and our walls in Europe are not made of cardboard. There are also sort of other problems. I just need to address them. If you had a long HDMI in your roof or in your walls or something, but a long HDMI cable is actually super expensive. And this is actually cheaper because a used Apple TV will actually set you back less than $50. In my first video, I showed you that you can get a used Apple TV for less than $50 and you can use a controller too. So this is why I call this less than $50. On an Apple TV and Chromecasts, I've been told there is an app called Moonlight. And for your PC, you need to install some software called Sunshine. There's a lot of guides online on how to install this. And you know what? I really didn't read or do anything. I just clicked and tried and everything just worked. So it is actually quite easy setup. Let me just show you how I put a specific game into the Sunshine launcher here. The first thing you're going to do is open up the Sunshine client. You're going to click add new, and when you click add new you can put in the application name, the output and a detach command. Let's just open mine so you can see this is actually called the THPS on Epic because that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on Epic. The detach command is all of this and the command is all of that. So let me just show you how I found it. I went into my Epic Games launcher, clicked the three buttons here and manage, and I made sure to create a desktop shortcut. And what I do then is that I find my Epic Launcher desktop shortcut and then I right clicked and went into properties. And in here you can see on my Epic Games Launcher there is a target, and on my Tony Hawk's there's something called a URL that's in the web document, and this is in the shortcut. First I copy this target, it's in the Epic Games Launcher, and I put it into, let's just see it, and I put it into detach command. You can add detach command and then you can put in the target here, copy paste all of this, put it in here, and in the output up here you take the URL like this for the Tony Hawk's, and then you will launch directly into the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game. My Apple TV found the Sunshine app running from my PC from itself because I'm on the same home network and even on the same Ethernet, and this will run best if you are on the same wired Ethernet connection because Wi-Fi have more input lag than an Ethernet connection has. The setup that I did with the Steam Link app on the Apple TV, I noticed I didn't notice that in the beginning, but I noticed playing more and more that there was a lot of input delay. And I don't know if that's just because I got a better controller playing on this computer, and that's why when you play something that has no input delay and then you get to play something with a lot of input delay, you really notice it. I can today say that that's the best one. I tried Sunshine and Moonlight instead, and I can say that the input delay on Sunshine and Moonlight compared to Steam Link is far less. But there is actually an even better way, and this is not for everyone. Maybe you are not able to do this, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but in my case I have like a straight line into my living room, and I'm just going to show it here. I've actually sold my PlayStation controller, so I had no controllers connecting to my Apple TV anymore, but I realized something. I got a new controller, and I got some controllers that I really like. But these controllers can both use 2.4 gigahertz and can use Bluetooth, and I really don't like Bluetooth. So what I am doing right now, I'm playing a game running on my PC 50 meters away, and this controller is not hooked up to my Apple TV. It's actually hooked up to my PC in here, and that works really well. And in this setup right now, I'm running a game that I don't own on Steam. I own it on Epic Games. And let's just walk to see how far away I'm actually this controller is hooked up. I'm still walking, and so my living room is in here. And let's go all the way in here. And now I am at my PC. See, the PC is also running the game because it's actually just mirroring it. And the controller hub is all the way down here, and I can run it on my TV that's in there like 30-40 meters away. Bear in mind, I live in Europe and my walls are made of concrete and stone, and if you live in America with all of the walls just made from cardboard or whatever you are making your wall from, you most likely will have an even better signal going across your house, maybe even across floors if you have your controller sitting next to your PC going all the way. And that's why I really can recommend this 8-bit Do Ultimate wireless controller. I'm just going to say there is no sponsors in this video, but if you watched this video and thought it was worth your time, then consider subscribing, because that will help me get some more items sent. I have only like 2 companies that are willing to send me any products, and you know what? It's quite expensive to keep buying this for myself. If you don't want to use the Sunshine and Moonlight way, then watch my first video here. In this video, I'm also talking about some of the used devices that you can buy to stay under the $50 mark. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.